The views and opinions expressed on this show are strictly those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of staff and management of Intravision Communications.
You're listening to Talk Radio, El Paso, Texas, 1150 a.m. on your radio dial. And this is the Victor Houston Show. Only revolutionary on the radio in America. Just like my comrade Charles Barron, the city councilman in New York, an elected revolutionary. He ran for governor. He lost, but he made a serious point and unified a lot of people around the fact that politicians don't necessarily represent the true interest, the true self-determining factors, the things that concern us on a daily basis, like police brutality. I'm calling our president out today. I was thinking last night, I say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say this on the radio today because I believe it's proper and correct. I want to know where his mindset is, and more importantly, I want you, the American public, to know how he feels on certain issues. Now, you might not know it, but candidates and political individuals who run for political office, sometimes they are evasive on certain subject matters. Some subject matters they would rather not discuss because the positions that they take could make or break their candidacy. Also, it will give you a true perspective on how they really think. So, I hope that all the national media pick up on this statement I'm about to make on the radio today, the 8th of November, 2010, on the Victor Houston Show. Let it be said that I made this statement. I'm making a demand to our President Barack Obama. I want the American people to know, especially black people, what is your position, Barack Obama, our current and first black president, on the reparations issue for slavery. The legislative number is H.R. 40, House Resolution 40. It's been on the Hill for many years. The conservatives continue to kick it to the side because they don't want to discuss it. They don't want to discuss it because they know it's correct that you have paid Jews who were in concentration camps in Germany's compensation. Reparate means to repair a wrong done. You have made repairs to the crimes that you have committed against Jewish people in the Holocaust and what the Nazis did to them in Germany and how Volkswagen, the manufacturer of cars, and also Mercedes, the manufacturer of cars, use Jewish people as slaves in slave labor camps in Germany. They received $600 billion. Japanese were locked up and interned under the 1941 McCarran Act, which said that all people of Japanese ancestry were to go to prison, to these internment camps. One was in Wickenburg, Arizona. The other was in Tule Lake, California. They took all of their property, mostly resided in San Francisco, where I'm from, in the Bay Area, and they were all full-blooded born Americans, but merely because of their ancestry, this law applied to them. Later, it was just racism. And later, the United States government compensated all of these victims. They gave every individual family member, there was 5 in the family, each member got a check for $20,000 in cash. Indians whose land was stolen, which built America, have been compensated in millions of acres of land and or money. The only race on this planet who have not been compensated for crimes against them is my race, the African race, the black race. And so it's only fair that you pay for your crime. I don't expect white Americans to support this because it was your culture and your race that did these horrible crimes. So I can't see even you modern day white Americans having any support for this. If a fox kill a chicken, I don't think it's proper that we go to the Fox Village and ask for fairness, because all of those are chicken killers too. Same culture, same in their nature. Racism runs amok. So again, I'm demanding the president make a statement. He is being quiet on this issue. He is evasive. The LA Times reported he did not support reparations. If this is not true, let him state. Clinton, in his administration, did not evade the subject of slavery and reparations. Even though he didn't agree to pay reparations, he said that America apologizes to blacks for slavery in this country. At least we got some type of statement. At least we know what Clinton stood on it. But Obama is not mentioning it at all, because to mention it and to take the wrong sides, he's going to have a landslide of lost black votes in America. Because all of the Black Caucus, all of the members from Charlie Rangel to Barbara Baxter to my comrade out of Chicago, Bobby Rush, and many other signatories who have signed the House Resolution 40 bill, the Colbert Group, and many other organizations. You know, America, it's not for us, those who are living now in present-day society in this country, to lay out an agenda for black and Latino liberation, Indian liberation. These things were already laid out, already explained, analyzed, put forth before a lot of us were even born. What it is for us to do, who agree with these agendas for liberation for our people, for poor and oppressed people in this country, is to continue that work. That men like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Fannie Lou Hamer, Rosa Parks, all these wonderful individuals, Cesar Chavez, started. It's for us to pick up the torch and continue until completion, till we get this freedom. So I want to hear your statement publicly on this, President Barack Obama. Sooner or later, it's going to have to come out. So I'm making a demand now on the Victor Houston Show, which is what you're listening to. Now, I'm a little emotionally upset today because an age-old problem in America seems like it's never going to go away. And all of you know what that is. I'm going to say it right now. Police brutality and murder, predominantly of blacks and Latinos, blacks, Chicano Americans, Puerto Ricans, people of color, and white people too suffer from police brutality and murder. It's mostly us. Driving while black, DWB. Got a lot of us stopped and killed. Driving while brown. You know, I mention racism on my show a lot. I can't help it because it runs amok in our society. Now, my hometown of Oakland, where the Black Panther Party started, has been rioting all weekend. Over 200 people have been arrested, for all of you who don't know. Right now, today, Oakland is a powder keg as we speak. Why? Because the ugly face of racism that keeps popping up on the police departments throughout America, this is a national problem, once again has shown this ugly face in Oakland. And this is the very key point I have you to know that the Black Panther Party started. Black Panther Party for self-defense before we became a full political party and called ourselves the Black Panther Party. We were armed. We had M1 Garands. We had shotguns with buckshot. Most of us were soldiers, had come home from the war, fighting for America, and took note of the fact that in the communities where we came from before we went in these armies to fight for America, that the local police, the ones who were supposed to protect and serve the community, that they were racists in uniform. Nothing was being done to stop that. Klansmen and racist organizations know all they have to do is join the police department, and they can shoot a black, they can shoot a Mexican, they can shoot anybody they want and murder them and lie, and it's always going to turn out justifiable homicide. I am sick of this. That's why we call them pigs. And I can see that some of them are still acting like pigs today. We used to wear buttons that said "off the pig." That's how serious it was. The only good pig is a dead pig. If you don't believe in lead, you're already dead. Thank God and pass the ammunition. The police officer, Oakland former police officer, trial, Johannes, I think it's pronounced Misel. He's from some European country. Shot 22-year-old unarmed man in Oakland, right in my neighborhood, the Fruitvale BART station, Bay Area Rapid Transit, saying, obviously a lie, that he thought that his real gun was his taser weapon. Now, the man's already handcuffed and helpless. People on the BART train are looking right at this, and they have their cell phones out. And it gave this man 2 years with credit for time served. Imagine that. This is the message that the court systems in America, they're racist court systems. We don't have juries of our peers normally. This is the message they're sending to America, that if a white police officer kill a black citizen, and everybody knows it's murder, all he's going to get is 2 years. But just the reverse, if you kill a police officer, they want to give you the death penalty. These are things that call for revolution in America. These are the things that create riots, civil unrest. So when those 4 police officers got killed in Oakland, I'm going to be frank with you, I clapped my hands. I was in jubilee because I have, in my 60 years on this earth, I have watched so many murders by those who supposedly protected and serving. You're listening to Talk Radio, El Paso 1150. This is the Victory Houston Show. And I'm on fire today in my emotions. I'll be talking to the people of Juarez when I return. Again, police officer in the Oakland shooting death of Oscar Grant only got 2 years with credit for time served. 880-4376 is the number here. Access this station on the internet. Talk Radio 1150.com here in El Paso. Click on Listen Live. I'll be right back.